All right. Well, welcome, welcome. This is going to be my first time. I am dealing with a lot of screens right now, but so please forgive me. But I figured, for fun, just for the first time streaming ever, I'm going to do it in an unboxing style in VTube Studio. However, I couldn't find a box, so I just layered things on top of each other. But oh, excellent! Hello, Yolk Wizard. I really love that name. It sounds devious, like you're an egg thief, a stealer. Um, so, for first off, this is my first stream ever. Thank you all who are joining me here today for my 5 viewers, I think. Super good to see everybody, especially since you're all new and we've never met before. We don't know each other, so that's very fun. But without further ado, I'm going to remove each piece here in VTube Studio. I'm also observing here the difference in lag for the delay. I chose the low latency, so hopefully that makes things a little bit easier. But first, as I'm pulling it up here, okay, I've unlocked all items. So first, getting rid of that first item. Now we have the couch. Second item, out of the way. Band-aid item, out of the way. It didn't go right. Removing the side. And then, last but not least, removing the V2 Studio little box here, because this is the closest I could find to being an actual box. What is that? It's me! Hello! Alright, so, unboxing done. I didn't want to hold anyone in too much suspense for too long. But, hello. This is my model. I'm a little thrown off by the latency, but I'm going to work with it the best I can. So, this lovely model, I would like to make sure I do my artist credits and give them all the credit I can. Creature! Yes! Thank you. That is the goal, and that was the design main kind of item. So, this lovely model, I'll do a quick tour as hello. I am Goblin. My name is Goblin. I don't have any other creative names right now, so I'm just Goblin right now, and that's what I prefer. So thank you. So, please observe this excellent little model that Elijah Corvus made. Elijah is available, Eli is on Instagram, but also has a Twitch account now, and they've been tagged as a role in my item. Yes! Hello! I'm so glad you could make it! Eli, look! Isn't this great? I'm so pleased. Also, please let me know if the audio is super terrible or if the video is super delayed or having any issues in the chat. I have it pulled up so I can make sure I'm monitoring it. Oh, Eli, dude, this is my favorite. This is my favorite little guy. I'm so excited. This has been so many years in the works. So, thank you so much for making this man. Thank you for rigging it, because Eli did so much incredible work. I hope you can really kind of immerse yourself in all the detailing work. So, Eli did the design. Look at that 3-dimensional nose. My little earring. I have potatoes in my clothes. And it's so incredible. I even have a tail. This is like incredible work. And Eli did the rigging, which in VTuber spaces means that not only did they make the individual elements, basically kind of like, imagine it like a paper puppet, all of the individual paper pieces of this model, they also rigged it, which is incredible work. It took forever, honestly, in between the design work and rigging work. Like, rigging is so much work and it's so much time, and Eli makes it look flawless, truly. Like, this is great, right? So, thank you again. So, I would say 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10 actually. Highly recommend Eli. And I think stream the Twitch records your streams or has them in the backlog. So I wanted to make sure that I say that first, and I got that fully illustrated. I also have it listed in my channel credits so that it is available there at any time. I highly recommend working with Eli. Eli is an absolute treat. Really took any of my basic sketches that I had and the original ideas and the color concepts for the design a whole step further. It's amazing. So, thank you again. Thank you for your patience. And again, highly recommend him and his work. If he is still available, I would highly recommend requesting him. Like, look at this polish. Look at this polish. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Look at that. It's excellent. So, I will also then continue, as I've seen others do. I'm using vtuber Studio. Again, Eli actually hooked me up with this and recommended me with this because I had no idea what I'm doing because I don't know. This is brand new for me. I just wanted to do something. And turns out there's a ton of learning involved. So, highly recommend vtube Studio. I've been learning a lot about it, and it's very silly. But highly recommend it. And I'm also currently using vtube Studio with OBS. So, I'm not going to show OBS right now, but I'll specifically put it in the chat. Eli, you're such a treat. So, oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. I hope y'all are making an excellent dinner right now. I hope this looks pretty great on the computer because it looks great on mine. Yes! Dude, I didn't know how good my audio would sound. Thank you, Yolk Wizard. Oh, what a great, great thing to hear. Oh, man. I've been going through it in regards to learning and setting things up and testing, of course. So I am currently using a headset, which I know, it's kind of taboo. And communities, they're always like, you need a mic and you need like all this kind of stuff. And you know, I don't know about all that. I just wanted a headset, so I have a headset. I'm glad the audio's coming through and looking good. Oh, also, Eli made extra stuff for the expressions, and I'm going to show y'all how I made these expressions as well. Like, I have the expressions set up, and I did the parameters, but he's the one who designed them. So, I will give a quick tour. I'm so excited. So this is my nervous face. You wouldn't hurt me. I'm just a goblin. I'm just a little goblin. Just a level 1 goblin. Ah! So, that's nervous. Then, I have target acquired. A little bit of deviousness. A little trickery, maybe afoot. Who knows? And next, I have this one. This one's a little bit of a work in progress because it looks like one of the layers is not like all the way there. Maybe? It may be, and I'm just like wiggling. But this is just the blush on the ears. It looks so cute, and it's just so soft and so darling. Really epitomizes maybe a little shyness. A little, oh, you know? A layer's not all the way there. Oh. Speaking of which, the next react is perfect. And, I'm missing a layer. Oh, Eli, no. No, you are so good. You are so good. This is what all this good stuff is for. I still think it looks pretty good. So, no rush. What I found out is, as I'm learning vtube Studio, and again, thank y'all for your patience and observing. Look at this background! This is my home! Isn't it great? Oh, thank you, Yolk Wizard. Yes, oh my gosh, no. That's all in the rigging, truly. All in the rigging, and in vtube Studio, between the rigging being set up beautifully. It's also in the calibration, which if you would like, I'm happy to tour those features because that took a long time. I also probably with time will need to figure out how I can make sure I'm speaking in a way that isn't like setting off the Animal Crossing chatter, because I also talk very quickly, but that's okay. That is learning. But again, look at this background. It's so pretty. Look, we got a little water. We got my pile. We have this up here for banners and items that I'm learning about. Also, sorry, I'm sick. I've been sick since last week, but I wanted to make today happen. And so, pardon my sniffling. I'm going to try and figure out how I can cough without it being on the mic, because I don't really know how to mute yet. We'll find out. So that's where we're also learning together. But thank you again, Eli, for making this marvelous background. And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? It has nighttime mode. Isn't that fun? So, absolutely love these, the color palettes and how everything looks. It's just, like, this is where I live. I know this is truly, like, an enviable spot. Prime real estate, if you will. But I'm very excited. So, with that, I have my cursor on, just in case there are... Thank you, Eli. Thank you for joining me so far. I'm happy to answer any quick questions in regards to the rigging or how I have things set up. Not about the rigging things, but like, I don't remember how things are calibrated and stuff like that. Because, and the reason why I bring up VTube Studio so much for my first stream is because I would like to make items, actually. And I would like to ask you if you would like to see me have any items, because I will draw them out and we can add them. And VTube Studio is a super easy application to add items and add your customized backgrounds, because this is all customized. Like, this did not come with VTuber Studio. Absolutely not. The normal backgrounds with VTuber Studio are usually more favorable to, I think, 3-dimensional models or more higher contrast models, if you will. But this is unique, you know? And I'm curious about how you have it calibrated. Oh, yes, let's go over that. So, let's see. With settings, and I have my cursor on so you can see, and I'll have my little man available. Hello. So, as I go into here, so you have in VTuber Studio, there is a section for model settings. And so the 3 major items for calibration, honestly, that I had to employ to help make everything work great is, first, here's my little face. Hello. This is specifically the fact that I have a webcam and the face tracking is currently on. I have it positioned above my monitor just a little bit, and I made sure when I calibrated, I looked up into the camera so it looks neutral, and then after calibration, as I naturally look at my computer, it's looking a little bit downward, which is more natural to how it would be if you're looking at me, like if we were strangers across the street, so to speak, right? And so, I don't have any kind of unique items here. This is what I have for the sensitivity items for the brow, the mouth, smile, which is what dictates whether I am cheesin' or not so cheese. Except I have it currently set and other parameters more cheesy, because, you know, I'm a lot more smiley IRL, and I think that just matches the mouth patterns a lot better. The mouth open sensitivity is how much it's going just like that. And then eye open is reflected just the blinking, these peepers, you know? So that's what I got so far. I don't use Toby, I think, except, like, yeah, I don't have the Toby eye tracker on right now. I have it on 60 FPS. And visual effects, I have it activated only for one thing. which is to make my eyes glowy. So when I go, you can see I have night vision. So, I don't have anything else unique on the display lighting. Let's see. That's it for this kind of camera section right here. The webcam, tracking video, and visual settings. The night vision is a nice touch. Thank you! You made it so easy, dude! I was able to very quickly find kind of the layers I need and just go. It was so nice. For the visual effects, this is what I have. It's the bloom and light effects. There's a lot of crazy stuff here, honestly. Like, the digital glitch, I think, is one of my favorites, where you can do this. Super scary, huh? But no. So, in general, if you have a model, really recommend trying out the visual effects. But that's the one that's slightly adding the glow to the eyes, to the earrings and the little baubles here I have on my lovely ears. I love this earring. And then my lovely potatoes. There's a tiny little bloom on their sprouts on both my chest garnish and then one in each pocket because you have to always be prepared. So, thank you, Yolk Wizard. Thank you, Eli. And then next. So, this is still general stuff. So this is under the general settings and external connections. As we go here, this is honestly part of the life-saving techniques here. One is the microphone settings. So as you can see, this is flipping around. So, but I highly recommend connecting your microphone. I did not know you could connect your microphone until I did through a tutorial. Highly recommend. I wish I could give a thumbs up, but mentally, thumbs up. Because the microphone is specifically connecting your volume gain, which is how it would basically help as you change your volume, the sound of your mouth, and then the frequency gain, which is the higher versus lower items. And what's super cool is you'll see this item right here, right? This is the phoneme sound mouth configuration. So what's really interesting about this, sorry, I can look it up. I promise I will. I'm used to the word phonetics, so I'm just going to imagine with me, if you will. The word phonetics is right there. So the configuration for the phonetics is based off of the literal sound you are making and how it registers that sound. So if I go, ah, that registered it as an O because the O darkened the most. And what's cool is that, so if I want to go and make an there we go, So as this darkened, there's 3 different items here that you can change. So this is based off of, the tutorial told me this, so you can quote that. But this is based off of Japanese phonetics. And so they have 3 different ways to say vowels. So the sound is a smiley sound. So that's what the positive means here. But if I wanted to make an sound and change it, it would change the physical face, like the way how my mouth represents that. So if I could make the same sound, do you see how it's opening up my mouth more like an O instead of an right? So that's where you can change it. So you can make that for each of the major vowels. And again, this is based off of Japanese phonetics. So they have a correlated letter for the English alphabet here. And so from there, you can make sure that as you talk and as it registers what sound you're making, what your mouth shape will be. Isn't that fun? So, you have I, or E, I think. Yeah. E, oo, O. That's O. But ooh, it's really bad with the U here, so sorry. But and then there's eh. And I chose positives for most of them because I wanted to make sure that that was the kind of happiest mouth shape I wanted for the phonetics. And then others, everything else. So if I speak slowly, which I promise I can, this is how it goes. Ga, b, l, in. Do you see how the phonetics flashed up like that? As it was registering each different sound. Because it can register whether my mouth is open and closed, the frequency, and then from there, kind of the pitch, which is so cool. So, yes! Oh my gosh, Yolk Wizard. I didn't know either, but that's actually one of the key tricks, so highly recommend that. And then the other item here is the volume gain, volume cutoff, and frequency gain. So, this basically, you'll see this flapping around all over the place. So, if I have a super extreme maximum volume gain, that means that it's super reactive based off of how I sound. And I have a minimum volume gain, like how loud I am specifically. You can see how I'm not really moving my mouth much. I'm not really like opening it very wide, unless I physically open it up like that. So, who knows? Let's try that for a little bit. But I honestly like a more animated mouth, especially with volume, because as an Anglophone speaker, I found that it has like a better jaw movement when the volume gain is higher than lower. The volume cutoff section is specifically if you have a lot of noise. I put 8 because, you know, I'm sure y'all can hear this, but I didn't think about it. So, when I click my mouse, it's pretty loud to me, but I don't know if y'all can hear it. But when I was drawing earlier and making the sign posts for my like about section, I was doing this. So, let me know if you can hear that. If you can't, then that's great. Then that means the volume cutoff, I think, is working. If not, then that's just going to be a fun aspect of the stream today. And then the frequency gain is kind of, forgive me if I'm wrong on this, but this is kind of the little wiggly thing down here. Audible. Oh, thank you, Suspicious Quiet. It's pretty quiet, but thank you, Eli. Oh, okay. They aren't very loud, though. Okay, good. Excellent. I know that the clicks can kind of annoy some people. I kind of like hearing them in the tutorial, so I don't mind too much. But I want to make sure that I'm being respectful for everyone here today. Quieter than the cave drips. Oh, are the cave drips super loud? I can't really hear very well the kind of whether it is. It's camp. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Suspicious Triangle. So, as we go here, because I can turn off, sorry, before I forget, I can turn down the dripping sounds if they're too loud. Happy to change that. I put it a little bit quieter, the cave drips. But, let's see. Last item, sorry. Almost forgot. So the last item is the frequency gain. So if I put that really low, you can kind of still like see me talk, but you can see the mouth shape is very much the same. So the frequency is, that's what's helping it move its mouth around as it like flips around and registers each phonetic syllable in like sound. So if I put it around here, that seems a little bit better, right? That way I have the best of both worlds. I might turn this down a little. Where I definitely have that volume gain, which is what opens my jaw, and then frequency gain, which is what changes the mouth shape. Oh, I didn't think they were. Thank nice verse. Well, I can turn it back up. Anything for you, Eli. So, as it goes, this is the revolutionary item for the mouth tracking. And so, as I go back up, here's the main kind of nitty-gritty item. This is where everything typically goes in the first spot, or people will first direct you if you're going to a tutorial for the models on the model settings. And so, this is the information that I have for my model. This is the title of it. Goblin Final 1.0. Beautiful. Mwah. So, we have the movement configuration. That's just how much I move. So, I can move across the X, Y, and Z. Yes. And then, physics. I have physics turned on. This is my strength, 65. I have a tiny bit of wind, because that's what helps, you know, my little tail move around. And have a nice little kind of thing here. So if I was standing still, for instance, there would still be kind of a slight movement, which is nice. And then the dragging physics, okay, that's optional, but I like how when you drag your model around, it he has a little back and forth, so it looks like I'm actually dragging him places, which I am. So, and then for most of these, I follow the directions that Eli gave me a billion years ago, it feels like. But it's specifically through the tutorials and kind of looking at things. So you'll see this leftmost part of the configuration versus the rightmost part. So this is your input. It was billions of years ago. I think that might have been close to the original shutdown of the world, which is really wild. But with this is the input. So this is what it registers as you're moving around. And again, this is off of your face tracker. So all of this information here on your model settings, almost all of that is going to be influenced by your face tracker. So when you're talking about face tracking program or like how well it's configured, it's all off of your cam, which is really cool. Keeps it nice and simple. So with your input, you can see for my eye open left. So this is it opening and closing because I myself am opening and closing mine eyes. Same if when I squint, right? There we go. It basically registers that right here. So naturally, when you're setting up your parameters, as your input, you want to see what number it's at when it goes eyes closed, right? Which for me is 0.8. 0.08 specifically. But what I found is that when you go into the edge of that, like if you go exactly to 0.08, which I can change live, which is fun, I'll find that I'm not really closing my eyes all the way sometimes. Or if I blink too fast, it just doesn't really look like it's closing. That's nothing on the model and nothing on the rigging. That's on my input. And also maybe the lighting, the angle of the camera, and where I'm looking, right? Because as you can see, if I look over to the side here, it's a little bit different. So since I'm looking more downward, the way how it registers my eye angle and the way how it registers when I'm blinking is going to be a tiny bit off. So that's why I have it set to 0.06. So that means it's a little bit less. So I don't have to like really close my eyes for it to register. And then the output is here. So as you can see, the output is how it's showing in my input. And you can see that the output is a little bit slower, right? That's because of this, the smoothing effect. So the smoothing effect basically adds a slight delay to give it a little bit more of a natural bounce. Especially, you know, if you could imagine in your mind's eye, when you're thinking of dance, the same movement could be applied, but whether it's done very quickly and very sharp, like versus very slow, can give a different image and a different idea and representation of like how graceful someone is. So you can actually manipulate that on almost every aspect of your face, which is so fun. So I basically have that set up, and I made those basic corrections for the model in the parameters. So I did that for the eyes. I did that also for my eyebrows. And let's see. Outside of the linking up the microphone, doing a lot of great heavy work, I also made sure in the mouth settings here, mouth smile and mouth open, As you can see, I kept those pretty the same except for mouth open, because I found myself having the same issue with my eyes open and closing. It would stay a little bit open, which is, you know, I like to be able to close. Oh, sorry, I'm readjusting here. I'd like to be able to, you know, have my mouth close all the way, especially between syllables. So, all right, and then body rotation, body rotation, body rotation. The blush while smiling is interesting. I don't think that is on me, and I don't think I have an auto breath. And what's fun about VTuber Studio, because I'm sure it could be set up, I just don't have it. I think my auto breath is actually linked to my tail right now, which is, I'm fine with that. That just gives me a tail-like thing to manipulate my tail. So like, oh no, I can control my tail stuff. Wow. So here's something special about VTube Studio as well, is you can have an idle animation. And that's specifically turned on when, whoops, oh, sorry. I'll get that later. Your idle animation is when it loses connection. So, i.e., let's say I grab something from, you know, the floor here. It's not going to play anything. It's just going to try and keep recapture and then readjust. Like earlier when I was eating some food, it kept looking like I was falling asleep, which was really silly because I'd wake up and go and keep jump scaring myself. But that is the full tour. Thank you for asking, Eli. I'm also happy to, off stream, go over more stuff if you would like. But that is all of the magic in regards to kind of the silliness behind the screen. But something I really enjoy about VTube Studio as well, and what I'd like to get to, is objects and items. So, what I thought I would do for first stream, because I'm dealing with a very particular OBS problem still, but I'm limited in regards to what works with Linux. So, as we go, I thought it'd be fun to draw together today, if you don't mind. And since this is my first ever stream, there's a bunch of things that I'd love to design and make better. Specifically, for instance, I like the alerts. So for the follower alert or other items, same with, I can draw things. Like I can add a little hat. I can draw a little piece of item, because what's cool about VTube Studio is that, look at this. Yeah, that's right. You can add things to your model and it follows and you can get it tracked. So, I can draw things like that. It'd take a while to like animate, of course, but I love to get some ideas of what people would like to do. And I already have some things I've written down. I have a list. One of them is a tinfoil hat, because I am not a conspiracy theorist. I just have thoughts about things and a lot of questions. And sometimes, you know, it would be very accurate to have maybe a little conspiracy theorist hat. You know, I can make a little wizard conspiracy theorist hat. I think that would be fun. I can also make a little poo-poo head hat when I'm being really dumb. Let me consult my list. I can also make physical items as well. And what's cool is that you can add a lot of things. Not just like things you can add to your person, but you can add a lot of environmental items. Like, I love environmental storytelling. Like that VTuber, sorry, not VTuber, that this chair in my little trash mound. So I'm also taking suggestions on if anyone wants to add anything to the trash mound here. Because, you know, this is my hoard. This is my treasure. So if there's anything you think I'm missing, oh my gosh, have a pet. I would love a pet. Oh my gosh, that's a perfect thing to get started. So if you don't mind, I'm going to I'm going to try and not destroy OBS real quick. But I need to, let's see, I'm gonna set things like this, so please just one moment. I would like you to think very cool things and potential pet suggestions. I don't know what would make sense, honestly, because there's so many creatures that could live in a cave. I could have a worm. I could have a different bug. One with wings, perhaps. Lots of legs. Not too many legs, though, because those can get kind of scary. But, you know, not to be prejudiced against bugs. It's just... some centipede varieties are just kind of too cool for me, I think, and I'd get very envious of the fact that I only have, you know, 4 appendages. Rat. N64 Mario Face stretch would go hard. Which one? Possum. Oh, excellent. Another great suggestion. All right, let's see if I can. Screen capture. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, cool. Didn't break. Ah. Okay, and then there we go. And then I just need to move things up. There we go. Thank you for your patience. All right. So, the first suggestion I saw was a rat. I'm currently using KolourPaint. So, that is on Linux. It's very similar to MS Paint. I'm going to go under things here. This is the same thing I used to make actually the signposts in my About area. So, excuse me. In the opening menu of Super Mario 64, you could stretch his face around before the start of the game. Are you so for real right now? Like that dog meme. One of those rainbow propeller caps. Yes! Okay. So, let me draw some basic shapes so I remember. So first we have, for pets, we have rat. We have possum. And then hats. We have propeller. Propeller. And then Mario 64. Can I mention that? I'm sure I can. Why not? Mario 64 face. All right. So, in the rat position, I will draw a little rat. What kind of color should this rat be? There's so many cool colorations. I've also heard of curly rats, which sounds kind of like wild. But let's start with just a little rat shape. Give him a little tuff. Give him a little nose. Oh. There we go. Rat face. Give him a little point. Yeah. And then they got little feet. I don't know how many feet they have, like toes they have per foot, but let's just do that for now. He's squaring up. Let's give him an extra one here just in case. And then give him a little hind leg. I think their back legs are bigger than their front legs. I'm not a professional here, so speak up if you know a lot about rats. Usually when I see a rat, it just moves around so fast that I'm not really kind of counting its toes. But let's see, and then let's... Able... There we go. Alright. Please rate my rat. Is this a decent rat? I am open to some critique. I think their back legs look a little bigger usually. Rats are kind of lumpy. Shaped though, they're squishy. Okay. Thank you, Yoke Wizard. I think you are so correct. So, eliminating the haunch. 10 rats out of 10 though. Thank you! Yay! Thank you so much. I'm quite pleased about this. I'm not using a reference because I think that's more exciting. Let's see. Oh, let's make him more stretched out. There, I gave him even a little rump. Oh, that's a little too big. Let's use the white. There we go. Oh, and the tail's in the wrong spot now. That's more in its back. I got you, don't worry. I can hear you. I can hear you saying Goblin. That kind of just looks like an extra appendage. It looks like a freak of nature. Don't worry. We can rebuild him. Okay. Well, if he's a little bit larger too, I think maybe round? Let's try a little roundness. Going back to the white here. Oh, going back to the mini eraser here. And then... Let's see. Its tail's probably coming out here since its structure's right here. So they're just gonna do a long little tail. Whoop. Oh. Alright. You can't see it, but I'm sticking my tongue out because I'm concentrating very hard. Alright. I think made a better back leg. Gave some rumpage. Added a little bit to the back. Yolk Wizard, is this a satisfiable result of rattage? In the meantime, I'll start on the possum. Let's see. Okay, that's the end. Let's make a little possum together. I am taking rat color and suggestions currently as well. Alright. Are we talking about American possum? Like North American possum? Or are we talking about the Australian possum, by chance? I believe Eli recommended this. So, that's what I was thinking. North American, LOL. Okay. Excellent. Let's... Oh. I will be so real with y'all. I cannot remember all the way the difference between an American, North American, possum and an Australian possum. So, but I think the North American possum looks more like a rat. Like a big old rat. And they have these like big old eyes. And they got like, oh, follow your heart. All right. I'll do that. All right, let's try a little rat. Not rat. No. Possum. All right. From what I remember, if I remember right, I see them with their mouth open a lot. So we're gonna draw a little ah rah. Yeah, that's feeling possum. Not three-dimensional enough though. I'd like a forward-facing possum. Mouth open though. North American possums do like kind of rat-like, but with a short sort of triangle mouth. Okay. Thank you, Yolk Wizard. I'm still following my heart, Eli. Don't worry. Let's see. Round head. A triangle. And then when it opens its mouth, it's... Oh, that's... There we go. Good. Excellent. I think I remember they have round little ears. And then they got a big ol' eye. If I put a nose there, it looks too much like the rat. Forbidden one. So I think... Oh, I remember. They can have big ol' like noses. They got pointy teeth too. Thank you, Yolk. You're correct. Yeah, not that one. Hold on before I lose my thought. I need to make the nose. Because I remember it being like they have two big ol' nostrils here. You know. Well, its head is... That's wrong. It'd be like here. And then it'd be like bigger on this side. Okay. So, nose. Confirmed. And then... Oh, I think they have whiskers too. Pew, pew. Rats have whiskers! Oh my god! Oh my god. Man. There we go. He's got professional whiskers there. Well, another one. Alright. My bad. So, they got little whiskers here too. And they got pointy teeth. I'm gonna make the pointy teeth yellow. Oh, that's a little too much. Let's just do it in black. So. And then, I don't know how well I can do teeth with this. Oh! I don't think that's registering right. That looks actually quite frightening, to be honest. I'm gonna... Auntie! No! Man, these look like completely two different, but then stop! The dead eyes! Hold on, I need to do what they do in, like, character class all the time. Look! See, it's happy to see you. This little possum. Ah, yes. Now let me eviscerate the mouth here. We're gonna try this again. He has soul, but now the soul might be evil. Well, if you want him to be evil that bad. Whoops. That's a little too much gusto. Let's give him a little Little angry eyes. Well, that's a little too moggish. Okay. There. Tiny little pointed brows. Agreed. Alright, now he is evil. Also, we're gonna go with the teeth first this time. We're gonna do the teeth first. I'm building some confidence here. We're gonna go teeth first. You know, I think you need to go teeth first most times in life, actually. Especially when eating. Alright, so we're gonna do that. And then, so true, King, thank you. Thank you. We're gonna make the mouth a little bit more like rounded. So it's like the jaw. And then we're gonna, oh wait a minute. We just need to, hold up. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. I think I lost it. I think I can only get so far when it's this closed up. But that might look a little bit better. Hold on. Let's expand that little tooth. Let's expand this one. And then okay. Teethy, cheeky smile. I think that's the best I can do right now. Oh, he doesn't have eyelids. That's the reason why he looks kind of evil. Let's give him some eyelids. If we're gonna make him truly sinister. See, now we're talking. Well, this looks... This is kind of a little bit more of the smoldering variety. I need to eliminate that. This is not a possum to rizz you up. It is to shake you down. Alright. That's the face so far. Thank you for your patience. So, and then I remember them having fuzzy bodies. Like a piece of lint. So, here's their lint bod. It's beautiful. Thank you, Eli. This is for you, Eli. So, and then, let's see. They have 4 limbs and a tail. Darn. I think I'm running out of space here. I'm going to do us a favor here and move this down. And we're going to give the Stink Lord some additional space. There we go. Alright, we got the limp body. So we have to add body, rumpage. No, trust. So here's how's it going in terms of additional leg stuff. Alright. And then I remember they have pink paws. They have had hands actually. Wait a minute. Gotta give him that thumb. Yo, why did it censor little? Is it censoring little for you, Eli? Because it's not for eyes. I don't. Oh, that's so wild. It's not censoring it for me. Why is it censored for you? It's censored little and naked. Not for me. That's so funny. That's so wild. Okay. Duly noted. I guess you can't have naked hands. I have some settings set up to prevent genuine hate speech and evils. So I guess we gotta redact that whole thing. Hold on. So I guess we gotta give a censor bar to its hands. And then I'll first draw the naked feet. Yeah. And then we gotta redact that as well. It is sensitive about tiny hands. Crazy, huh? I wonder why. Let me see if I can change that. I think we as a community should be allowed to say naked hands. And little. I think that's allowed. Let's see. Just a moment, friends. I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to go to moderation. You know, Suspicious Triangle has been quiet for a while. I wonder if this is their doing. That'd be crazy, actually. Starting to just, like, ban certain words in the chat and not tell me. Just have us find out. Okay. Oh! Unwelcome comments about someone's appearance. Certain kind of requests. Or advantages. Objectification. There's no filtering on that for harassment, so I don't know why. I'm not playing games on my phone, I'm taking care of business. Let's see. Discrimination and slurs. Disability. Is that perceived as like a disability item? Also, we're gonna toss this here for now. Okay. Well, we're just gonna do less filtering on all of it. Because little, I don't know what's going on here. And I don't think naked is a swear word, and I don't think little is a swear word. So hopefully that works out. So back to business here. Eli, would you mind typing in little naked hands again? So is censoring sexual explicit material. What? Oh no. Little. Okay. Oh. Little grabby naked hands. Okay. Eli, for us, I don't see that censored. Suspicious Triangle. I don't see any of that censored. Is it censored for you? That's gotta be on my end then. Huh. Interesting. I'll look into that. That's good to know, though. Thank you. Well, I'm going to eliminate the censorship on his little hands then. They are allowed in this chat. Just not Eli isn't allowed them. So we'll be making a little exception for Eli today. Twitch, don't ban me, please. Okay, I remember they are called star hands. Like star. Okay, and then I'm gonna add some sideage here. These look like different Pokemon evolutions, actually, coming to think of it. Oh. There we go. And then give him a little thumb. This one... that's looking a little too star-shaped. Let me give it 3 instead of 2. How about that? He's very wide stanced up. Yeah! There's a rat! Here they are. They look like they're facing the same enemy. No one's ever going to knock them over. Yeah, I like to imagine if this little critter... Oh, whoops, wrong color. If I encountered this critter, I might be scammed into something. I wouldn't mind it too bad because I like to help small businesses, but you know, I think there might be some trickery afoot. You know, that rump is looking a little interesting. I'm gonna have to do some changes here. Hold on. Changing my mind. There we go. And then rumped. Well, I got it's lint. Oh, that's too smooth. Linted. Lint. Ooh. Okay. I think we're just gonna consider that good. And then they also have a little. They have a little tail. We're gonna complete the stanced up look. Photorealistic. Thank you. All right. Now for real, I'm taking color suggestions. We have one rat, and we have one North American opossum. I think I'll accept non-natural colors as well. If we want them to be radioactive cyan, we're gonna do it. Because look at all these excellent colors down here. That's for us. I think I'll start by adding some colors, just to see what happens. Could make them base colors and then add green paint stains. Excellent suggestion. Oh. Excellent. Like you made the members of the... Oh my gosh, like they got baptized. We gave them a baptismal brown rat with green moss growing on them. Let's do it all. Let's do it all. We're going to baptize them. I'm going to draw them. Let's see. Beautiful, beautiful item in my background here. So we're going to give them a baptism. Okay. And then got some water here. All right. Brown for rat. Okay, that's 2 votes for brown rat. All right, coming up. Let's see. Let's make it tree bark brown. I think that's here. That might be a little too dark. Let's make it orange. Like oranger. Alright, let's give this a shot. Alright. Wait, this looks suspiciously reminiscent from somebody. Nah. Alright. Let's give it a little pink in the ear. And then let's give it a black nose. Beautiful. And I think rats also have pink hands. But let's make it green. Pink nose. All right. Please. You asked so nicely. Of course. Of course the little guy is going to get pink. Of course. Let's see. There is the color. Anime eyes. Okay. Anime eyes. I'm working like maybe 6 pixels at most here, so. Do you have a designated color? Purple. Okay. And then let's add a little boom. Let's add a little. There we go. Animed. And then, oh, the tail. I think they're also pink. Man, these two are... I know they probably aren't, like, biologically similar, outside of maybe... I think possums are marsupials. And this is rodent. Are rodents marsupials? Of course, suspicious triangle. Purple anime eye. Least I can do. Oh. Pink with little moo cow spots. Like the nose? For the tail. Thank you. Alright. Yolk, speak up if there's any objections here. Otherwise, I'm gonna believe that you're standing with the vision. Maybe up for both. Okay. Alright. Well, let's give it a little... Get a little... To give it cow spots is a little tough. But let's see if it demonstrates on the tail. Spots, yes. Okay. Alright, you got the blessing. Alright. I don't even know if I'm using black, but you know what? Maybe this might be smarter. I think sometimes rats have a pattern called a hood, where their head is one color and their body is white with spots and patches. Maybe use gray or light brown. Okay. Gray or... let's use mid-gray. Not because it's mid, because I think that's what I've been drawing this entire time. I wasn't even using black. Okay. It's okay, we're learning. I'm just gonna color over those. Alright. Okay, if its head is one color and their body is white. Okay, with spots and patches. Alright, we can do that. So for the rat, we're gonna, boom, bleach it. And then, alright. Behold. The rat. Oh yeah, that's right. He looks like a little clown. Okay. Well, if he's gonna be a little clown... What if he was given a hat? Bam. And then, of course, clown hats need stripes. Let's see. Stunning. Thank you, Eli. Well, that needs a black kind of outline to match everything else. Well, we can do this. And then keep that little pom-pom its own thing. Alright. Maybe some lighter red. Bring the party up. Alright. clown rat. And don't forget, spots on the tail too. So we're gonna... just gonna do little spots. Maybe like frecklage. Alright. I need to erase that part too. Hold on. Alright. Well, gorgeous work here. Phenomenal. Now, I believe this is a whole life of their own, honestly. So, there we go. Wait, that should be white, because that's the back part of the leg. And this is the... Alright. Here we go. Rat. This little guy will exist in my pile. I will add him. What is the name of this rat? Clown. Rat. And then I'll make a little clown face. There. Good job, team. Honks. That's a great name! Oh my gosh. Sorry, everyone. That's too good. Wait, also, Yoke, you're the one who recommended the rat anyways. Perfect. This is excellent. Okay. We're gonna... Honks. The rat. The clown rat. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. Clown. Honks the clown rat. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Soon this little critter will appear back here. Excellent. So, we got Honks the clown rat. Let's switch our attention to the possum. So the possum has... Now make the other one a cowboy and name him Tonks. Instant classic. I can't argue with that, unfortunately. That's just excellent, excellent. I'm so glad we have agreement. Yes! Okay. Excellent work. All right. Whoops. There we go. See, now they're dynamic duo. Honks the rat, Tonks the possum. All right, before I forget, I'm gonna... Whoops. That's not the right thing. That lets me know that there's an opening here. Good to know. All right, back to here. Tonks. Tonks. D-O possum. Is there a difference between an opossum and a regular opossum? Something else to look up later. No clue. Me neither. Nobody knows. Well, that means that we can make the decision, you know? That's for us. That's for us to figure out. So, I guess this is class opossum. All right. So, hat is going to cover up some of the magnitude of the ears. So, let's just erase this much. And then, Do I have a cowboy hat? I also don't know. If I... somewhere, probably. But today, it's all about from straight off the dome. Okay. I know they have a brim. That's a bowler. Still a bowler. Hold on. I need to do a little sketch. Alright. Okay. It's just missing that U. Well. Is it a U and like a... Now that just looks like a roll. Like a little steam bun. Oh dear. Let's see. Oh, it has a wider brim. Hold up. But what if it's a mini hat? And his little ear squished down to the side. And then, what if it was a big ol' hat? Wide brim. The brim is sort of taco shaped, I think, not flat. Like it curves up on the sides. Okay, thank you, Yoke. I think we're getting there. Okay. How's that? Is that more cowboy shaped? Taking a step back here. Rootin' tootin'. Yeah! Okay. Thank goodness. Thank you, Yoke. Alright. I will need to know what color the opossum... Wait, opossums are, they're this color. Hold on. Oy. Okay, where are the holes? Okay, there's one right there. Oh. And then... I don't see any other hole. I'll cover that up just in case. Maybe he could have a little bandana around his neck or tied to his tail. Oh. Ooh! Let's try both. And I think I remember they have a... Whoops. They have a... I think they have heart-shaped faces, right? It does now. Okay. Outlaw possum. Gotta cover his face for those train tracks. Yes. So are they a crime doodle? Like instead of fighting crime, they are the crime? That's very welcome in my cave. I'm happy to harbor a criminal or two. Love that for them. Yes. This don't look right. Minor misdeeds at least. Yes! They gotta be competitive in jail time. I'm gonna make them a lighter gray. Because otherwise it doesn't get so visible. Alright. Okay. What color is the bandana, do you think? I think their heads are white or light gray, and their bodies are much darker. Okay, let's do that. Let's... Hold up, I need to close that loop. There we go. Was I actually using black there? I can't keep track anymore. Let's use this for the possum then. And then let's use this for his little head. Where is that escaping? Got him. Unless it's like crossing the line art? Wait, what am I doing? There we go. Let's see. And then let's do the... There we go. Let's use the lightest gray. Or... Well... That's kind of clown adjacent. Okay. Let's move on to the bandana. The star of the show. One of many. Alright. Bandana. Hat. Buckaroo. Okay. I can also tie a little bandana to his tail. Piss possum. Eli! No! You're the second person who's called anything yellow piss today to me. Can't believe it. Well, you know what? What if they matched? Let's do Borble. That's what a yellow hanky means. A yellow hanky? Like hanky to blow your nose? Careful now. Dog the hanky coded for flagging. None of that in this chat. No, like, are we talking about football? Like, where they have the colored flag system? Oh, not in this good respectful games. Because I know there's, like, cards, and they use little flags to, like, wave it around. Sure, yes, okay. Well, I'll give him the football flags. Okay. Well, if it's in the football flags context, I'll give him a second one. Is it a term? I would say there's nothing kind of, you know, erogenous, homogenous. There's nothing like that with, you know, piss, because I can say piss, you know, like pissed off. I can say that. For the sake of the argument, yes. I like the purple. Okay. But that's good to know. I'll have to look that up later too. Actually, I'm going to add that to my list. Okay. Added. But for Eli, you know, maybe this little guy. Well, maybe they are comrades in a gang, and their little color is yellow. Let's use bright yellow. Listen, I'm not mad at you. If that's what your heart is telling you. Well, why not? You know? Let's give them little regalia. And that way the wanted posters will be specific about them and their tomfoolery. Why not green hanky for the gang? Great question. What shade of green? Since you're green, well, I'm not green because I am a gang affiliated. You know, that's just a race skin thing. I understand though. That's a really easy thing to, I guess, assume, because, you know, everywhere when you think and look up and see goblins, it's, you know, it's always them being an enemy of sorts. So I understand, you know, the misunderstanding. No, but you're baptizing him. I guess, but like, the water is watering, you know? It's this beautiful water color. The whole cream paint angle. Okay. I think the green paint should remain on the bod. And then their gang affiliation is separate. Also, there we go. Did you forget? Yeah, I did. But also, I think the green paint can be on his little hands. And Eli earlier said which shade of green. So far, we have this... I almost said the J word. We have a clown green on the hands and little feet. Oh, I forgot to cow that up. Oh my goodness, I have to cowed up. Okay. I'm gonna add some green over to the little feet. I'm gonna have to zoom in. Also, let me know if I'm breathing too loud. I don't know if that's going to be a problem with this mic, but it is like right next to my face. And as I am sick, I'm a little bit of a mouth breather. Unfortunate. I've been doing my best to not do that, but just in case I fail, just know I thought of you. Alright. Add in some splotch. Oh. A little too far there. Alright. That's looking pretty good, if I say so myself. We got Honk, the clown rat, Tonks, the opossum. This is pretty great. And we have the pool to baptize them. Alright. They're beautiful. Thank you, Eli. Thank you all. Truly. I'm gonna make sure to dedicate them to y'all. To Suspicious Triangle, Eli Corvus. Thank you again for joining and helping. and Yolk Wizard, and Yolk Wizard's partner. Yeah, this is pretty good. I forgot to green up the other hand. Hold up. Let me fix that. Don't, oh, and, alright. Okay. Never know the wiser. So now we're going to baptize them. And we're going to do that with our friend the lasso tool. Alright, that's a little interesting, but alright. Baptizing the rat. May you always be safe. May you always be kind. And may you always be welcome in my dump. Honks the clown rat. Thank you for joining. Next. Tonks the opossum. Oof, we're gonna kind of cut things off a little bit here. Okay. May you always be safe. May you always be not always kind, I guess. And may you always be welcome in my dump. Alright. We have our two friends here. They will join us in our little, in my little area back there. So, next time, I will make sure to add them in the background. If you don't mind and I have your blessing, Eli. If that poses a problem, I will make a little pen for them to exist in. I also found out Tragedy Abounds. Oh, thank you, Eli. Thank God. So, Tragedy Abounds. I was going to make custom emotes, but then I found out that's kind of in like a locked up in a pyramid scheme right now, where I have to be on another tier, and I can only access like cool emote on things once I'm either an affiliate or a partner, and I don't know. That's kind of. I get the strat, okay? I understand. It's okay. I get it. Like, the emotes are so fun, and it's like a huge encouraging factor. But also, let me make my own emotes, please. It's a tragedy. So, if y'all have checked, it's a pittance, but I have some. I have some emotes set up. Some are the global ones. And, see, frequently used, I haven't used any of them. Unlocked, global, it's just, I have them set up, so if I think someone did happy, or beans, well, for happy it should show this face. I'll put it in the chat. I just may be an absolute rube, though, and not know how to... I'm sorry, I just discovered brat emote. Alright. Well. Yeah! No, Eli, you knew exactly what I was saying. Excellent. But so far, the ones that I have, outside of the brat chat emote, which is a must, that's a non-negotiable. I also have the brain slug. Komodo, frog, and I think like one other. Yes. Brat chat. These are the main like emotes I have in my like settings. But I don't know. It says for when people type in happy, it should be that. Is there / announce message? Whoa. That's a lot of stuff I don't know. So, I'm not going to do that. But just know, I thought about it. I would if I could. I really would. But I can't make custom emotes right now. I can't. Also, sorry, you're witnessing me like just using my hands to cover my face, and this is what happens when you do that with face capture. Starts, bugging out. So, which, fits the state. This kind of feels like a crime, but oh wow. It's not like I can email Twitch and be like, hey, can you let me specifically have like 20 emotes unlocked and I can design them with my online strangers. That would be so cool. That would actually be my preference. I don't think they'd be like, well, Goblin, I think you're really gonna, I really trust you with this. This is gonna be fine. I don't think that's gonna be in the cards for us. So, in the meantime, please think about that. But, so, we have 2 pets now. We have Mario 64 face and Propeller. Also, crazy thing here. Has it already been? Wow! It's already been an hour and a half. So thank y'all for joining me and sticking around for an hour and a half of my first stream. How fun! That's so cool, honestly. And super appreciate the support and the involvement. So, next. Let's see if I can... because I know how to add them. But the one thing I don't know how to do is transparency. Like, any capable artists out there, transparency, same. Suspicious triangle. Okay. Is this what this one means? No. Image, colors. I don't see it. Sorry, popping my neck here. Alright. Is it in colors? Royal colors? Well, I'll have to figure out a way to make this transparent. Because after I can make these boys transparent, I can put them right here. In the background. And then, let's see. I'll also need to do that for the items. Unless I want to put like a PNG of the whole item onto... Sorry. Just the idea of there just being like a PNG, like, hyper-realistic hat on my head. You know what? Hold on. Let me give it a shot here. 'Cause let's give it a shot. There's already some that are transparent, which is really good. Let's try it. Alright, PNG free. Okay, this is legal. Let's save image as... Alright. Let me see if I can. I don't think this is gonna work. But you know, let's give it a shot. I think I have to go over to VTube Studio here. I need to remember where the files are, actually. Let me find that real quick. Please hold. If you don't mind. Because I'm pretty sure... Let's see. Location, desktop. Alright. We will figure this out, gang. Would it be off of Steam? I'm trying to figure out, because I remembered earlier, but I have promptly forgotten, on the way to access the files in VTube Studio. So you can actually, like, get out of there. Oh, for when you figure the hat system out. Oh my gosh. Eli, we were in two minds. I literally... okay. Eli, once I figure it out, I'm totally going to add yours too. Let's see. Well, I would say in the meantime, while I'm fighting for my life and trying to make sure I don't show you my screen, because I'm pretty sure off of Steam library, manage, browse local files. Found it. Okay. VTube Studio data. Resources? No. Streaming assets. We made it. Yes. Okay, gamers. We made it. Cool. Okay. So, thank you for your patience. I could share my screen, but I won't because I'm a little too clumsy to be professional about that. But thank you all so much for your patience. I'm going to give it a shot because it looks like you can just drop things into the items folder. So let's see. I have to bring up my other folder. Copy. Here we go. Paste one file. All right. Let's see. I don't know if this is something that I have to restart VTube Studio in order to access. Because it's looking like that. Sorry, that I I sorry. Oh, that's not good. Okay. All right. No, like this is the vision. This is the vision. Like what if like this truly, you know, if I say something oh, goodness gracious. I don't want to like blow out my poor mic. I'm so sorry, y'all. You have to hear it, but oh. All right. And y'all are in for a real treat because Eli sent me a special missive for today. Oh my god. Oh, that's so good. Oh, this is going to be yes. Putting that immediately in by Eli. Okay. My goodness. Eli, you've truly outdone yourself. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me get it in there. Okay. Let's see if this copies correctly or if it needs to be erased. There we go. Let's see if it's Is it by alphabetical order? Oh my god. Sorry, I just realized the itemized list that they have is alphabetical. Oh, goodness. Oh, cool. Good to know. There we go. And this is our marvelous tinfoil hat made by Eli. Thank you so much. This is really good. Now I have 2 of them. Why is it not a PNG? It is! It, like, downloaded it as a PNG. It just doesn't have, like, the transparent background. I don't know, though. Because this is exactly how I got it. But it's so good. See, custom. Oh my gosh, it's, like, perfect for my head even when I turn around. Eli, no, it's okay! It's okay! No, this is beautiful! No, this is great. See, now I can say something really unhinged, like, you know, I have to figure out, like, I'm mentally reviewing the Steam terms of service right now, because I don't want to, like, commit a crime and be blasted into the stratosphere once again. So, really unhinged take inserted, you know, use your imagination on something that is feasible, but, you know, with the spirit. See, I'll just, you know what, I'm going to add this. This is going to be... Hold on. See, I think both of these are really good. Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, I can have a tinfoil hat for my tail, too. Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. There we go. Twinning. Perfect. We're all suited up. We're going to be safe. No, I'd like to be unlocked. And then I'm going to lift this guy up a little bit higher so you can see my eyes. All right. Perfect. In fighting form. I'm going to add this as item scene on V2 Studio. Thank you so much, Eli. This is perfect. Wait, can I add one to my earring? We all need to be suited up. Frick! Ah, I can't. Ah, darn it. Well, we gotta make sure we're all suited up here. My poor earring. I'm gonna figure out how to just send it to you as a transfer because it's the last thing I do. Hey, this is already a treat. You're going to find some, you know, suspicious amount of funds in your account some way, somehow. I'll deliver it on our lovely clown. You know what? Honks and Tonks are going to be my messengers. Thank you so much, Eli. Yes, no, I'd say this is a pretty successful, pretty excellent, I think, first viewing. I'm really excited. I too will figure out how to take care of the transparency thing because, of course, we have to add our, you know, our brethren here. These are our comrades in arms. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Should we have a flag? All right, everyone, we got to lock in here. Hold up. I think I need a little flag, you know. How would that go? Hold on. Gotta make a little stick. And then Goblin coat of arms. Correct. Yes, yoke. You know what I'm thinking about. All right. Gotta. All right. I need to erase this water here since they've been anointed. Okay. Alright. Goblin coat of arms. Alright. If I remember right, a coat of arms has a shield. I think that's how you spell shield. For some reason, like, writing things out really, like, hurts my brain on the spelling. Especially E and I. It's always been like this. So, like, you know what? That's why I draw. I'm a visual person. Shield. I've seen a lot of coats of arms that have this, like, shield shape. And then they've also, like, got the buckler. Or the tower. Well, and then on, like, different parts of it has, like, things that you like. Like, it's, like, some, like, split into quadrants. Because, you know, I was thinking more of a pirate flag. But I think a goblin coat of arms is also very important. I think if we have our two boys here on the... What if... What if they were like... Oh, you know on passports? They got the little critters. Like on the... You know... They got them on both sides kind of deal. Maybe these are our critters on our both sides of our coat of arms here. I like the vision. I like it. Alright. So, let's see. Things that I like. I like corn. Big fan. So, how do you draw corn without it being, like, flagged? Let's see. I don't... Leaf. Leaf. Gotta get the husks in there. Leaves. Yeah, you're right, you're right. Another leaf. And the kernels, yes. And then it's got that little bit. And then leaf. 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 Little hairs that sprout like on the top. Okay. Alright. So, well, this looks like a second piece of corn. Hold on. I need to redraw that. Redraw that little shape. There you go. Alright. To the kernels. With limited pixel art, what if... Call me crazy. Just gonna use the spray can. Kernel it up. Add a little bit of... Add a little bit of... Oh, well. And then... Oh. How's that? Is that very cob-like? Corn on the cob? And when the leaves are... I think the leaves are green. Very... Yay! Thank you! Oh my gosh. Thank you, Eli. Means the world. And then I think this is white. No, it's like a light green. Yeah. Or like maybe mostly white. Yeah. Just gonna eliminate this bottom part. It's not working out. Okay. I'm gonna add some more guys right here. Alright. Love the texture. Thank you, Yoke! Okay. Alright. Oh. Alright. Corn the first. Whoops. Picked up a little hitchhiker. Right there. How do I... Oh. Oh my god, make it just microscopic, I guess. Well, we'll have to redraw the coat of arms here, I guess. Oh! Dang! Wow, that actually... Hold up. Hold up. It's now blurry, but now it just looks more realistic. I don't know how to explain this. Huh. Okay. Darn. Well. Alright. We got our first item, which is corn. Let me draw in the shield real quick. The shield should be wooden, so let's just make it this color. And then let's put the corn there. I'm kind of scared if it keeps getting smaller, what's going to happen to it. But you know. There we go, a little PNG. How cute. Alright, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do a real tight one. Just around the pure pixels. Oh wow, that's just becoming. Alright. Excellent. We've lost almost everything, but it is now definitely corn. So, okay. We got corn. What else do I like? I like these guys a lot. I like sleeping. I like playing video games. I like reading. I'll put a book. I like reading. But I think I'll make it into a, whoops, can't draw with that, a little manuscript. Sorry, y'all, you're losing me. There we go. A little manuscript. Well, it currently looks like a little roll of toilet paper, but you know, a little piece of toilet paper. Let's see from memory I can do the from Mr. SpongeBob. Well, it's going to shrink. So it's going to become, well, you know what, let's try it. That just looks like a real gnarly caterpillar. But let's forge on. All right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Manuscripts are this colored. It should be brown. I think that's a better font color. You know. And then, beans. Now I'm gonna have to, get all these bits. Oh, not what I wanted. All right. Should I write anything else here? Within this little space? Oh, I should do the darker color of, there we go. I can write something else. All right. You know what? I'll continue. Ooh. No. See, I got this stuff on lock. I really practiced during my maths exams. Okay. And then a little. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. A little. Give it a little swoosh. The end. The most satisfying part about reading is getting to the end. All right. I like reading. Well, you know what? I also like doodling. So I'm going to add a little goblin. And we'll see if that dude pops up. Let's give him some hairs. Excellent. The end. Perfect. All right. What do y'all think? Perfect representation of reading. I can add some shading. A little bit of a... no. Very cute. Thank you, Yoke. It looks just like you. Oh my gosh, really? Let me... Hold on. Should I also draw them a little tinfoil hat? I think it's only right. I think it's only right. Yeah. Let's give him a little hat. That would be very cute. Yeah. That way we can be twin. Pew. Let's see. We'll see how much of this little guy survives the impixelment. All right. This color. Wait, we got a twin. This reminds me of, like, if you were a kid. You know, which may be foreign to some people. Making a little doll or something dress up the same as you. And then just, like, have them in your pocket and pretend that you were pocket size. And, like, what life would be like. Just as, like, a tiny little pocket person. Like, you wouldn't have to pay rent. No taxes. Life would be pretty good. Alright. Beautiful. I'm actually going to do something. I want to screenshot that real quick. Because I like it too much. That if it's lost in the enshrinkment, I'm gonna be really sad about that. There we go. Preserved in the archives. Alright. Excellent. Well, without further ado, let's see what happens. Whoop. Oh. Hey, you can kind of still say, like, wait a minute. It kind of still says that, like, the end. It just looks like F end. And then there is the indication of a goblin. Oh dear. Okay. Well, I gotta make them smaller. Alright. They look like items in a... Yo, thank you. That is a huge compliment. Yes. Ah! Yes, the Neopets energy. Yes. Oh my gosh. I remember the interface. And when you were buying things and the Neopets would look so beautiful, like on their packaging and on certain sprites and stuff, but then you'd look at some stuff in the game and you're like, oh, that looks recognizable, I guess. Looks good though. Looks good. Looks good. Good style. Good style. Especially classic Neopets. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Wow, that really gave me a pick-me-up. Thank you. That is so sweet. Actually, you know what? Perfect timing for this. Thank you. I appreciate the compliments. So sweet. Thank you. Now. I think... I love how the moments of silence are filled by awkward cave droplets. It just feels right. Thank you, Suspicious Triangle. Honestly, thank you. I was looking for kind of background sounds because I was kind of scared on having music. And then also, you know, I would love to, once I figure out animation and stuff like that, maybe potentially adding like the water effects and like drippage and the stalactites maybe, or like kind of maybe work with Eli if he's not too busy, so I can give him a ton of money, because I definitely love that, because it's I don't know, it's very calming to me. Kind of reminds me of like sometimes those water fountains or features, or like if you do music, just loop Oblivion cave music. Eventually I won't be too busy. Eli, I'm going to be doing this now. So don't worry and take your time. That is a no rush deal. And there's clearly a lot of things I gotta fix up too. But once I do, I will absolutely, that's going to be the background. So I'm excited. I don't know if I'm legally allowed to loop Oblivion music, actually. Which is evil because Oblivion music and Oblivion itself is like such a perfect game in every respect. There's no flaw that can be found with Oblivion. And especially the soundtrack. The soundtrack is like the composer and his team and the sound effects are just so incredible. And you know what? Yeah, actually, sorry, I keep readjusting because I'm sitting on my foot so I can reach at the right height of my camera. And because I think I can change my height of my chair, but I don't want to do that right now. So I'm just making do. But that does actually beg the question on, so I actually didn't say this, but I am planning to be a variety person. I've heard that term coined a lot in regards to people on Twitch who do a lot of different things. So I like doing, obviously I love to play video games, especially Oblivion. Oh, I love Oblivion. Especially if it's legally allowed. And I love playing a bunch of other games too. And I love sharing things like that as well. Because ultimately, that's why I'm here. I want to share things that I really enjoy with others. And I really like showing things that I like. I like talking about it. And I like just like feeding information to others, going like, whoa, here's this cool thing. So I would love to play a video game sometime in the future. And if I can play Oblivion, I totally will. And I'll put that on YouTube and become I'll become an Oblivion Let's Player. It's one of my favorite games growing up. I have like a whole stack of games that I love growing up, and I play them every once in a while. And so, would definitely be up to play Oblivion. But in the meantime, while I fix everything or try and figure out like plan A to plan B with game capture with OBS Studio, that would probably be the hope. So, if y'all have game suggestions on what you would like to see and what you would like to watch me play or have me talk about, I'm happy to take the suggestions. I have a big old list of different games in mind because I play video games a lot when I have hobbies. Mario 64, no. I'm sorry, that's not on the list. You better be. See, okay, so Age of Empires, Spore. Oh my gosh. I did not play Age of Empires when I was younger, but I'd be happy to play and learn in front of you if you don't mind me bumbling around. Spore. Okay, so I played the PC version of Spore where you can like make atrocities look like this. Hold up. Let me use the big old tool. They had all these like things. I used to try and build the Simpsons in there and get as realistic as I could and see if I could move and get out of the creation screen before like it completely crashed. Was not successful most of the time, but it was like a nice hobby. Like they had this stuff going all around. And then you can put eyes like literally anywhere you want. It was awesome. I loved Spore. It was like if you wanted to make like something biblically accurate and like horrific and evil, like that was the perfect game for that. That's like the best creation. Like almost, and it was very hard not to make anything that didn't end up looking like some kind of beholder or some kind of like octopedal kind of creature. Overlord. I haven't heard that name in a while. I would love to play Overlord. Yes. I can totally try those 3. I will put it up to a vote next time. I'll make sure to write that down. And this just looks evil. Overlord, I definitely played a lot. I definitely cheesed that game a lot. For those you don't know, are there multiple Age of Empire games actually? Or is there just one? I think there's multiple. Elijah, if you have a preference on which one I try. Okay. There's multiple. Okay. Well, Eli, if you have a preference on which one you want to see me fight for my life in, I don't know. I'm not necessarily, as you can see, very strategically minded. So if it's more like a sim, I think I can manage that. I did grow up witnessing no preference. I missed that game and just re-picked it up. Oh, perfect. Excellent. I'd be so down. I'll figure out which one is compatible. And with OBS Studio, I'm doing a window capture, so I don't have to worry about the game capture or like the video card or anything like that happening. So I used to treat it like a high-stakes farming sim. 1997 Lego Island game. These are really good suggestions. Oh, man. Okay. High-stakes farming sim. That actually tracks. Especially if it's like Rome Total War. Rome Total War made me feel like it was a really high-stakes civilization game. I've played very little of Civ'd. I've witnessed and helped others play Rome Total War when I was really young. That was kind of like my babysitter's thing. We would just like sit at their computer. I would be next to them, and they would just play Rome Total War. And so I could play that. Rome Total War is kind of evil, honestly. It's diabolical. There's a lot of bugs in it too, which makes it like super bad. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Yoke. I didn't forget you. Spore. So I had the PC version, which I think I burnt my computer with, and then I actually had the DS game Spore, which if you did not know, there's a DS game of Spore, and it's kind of not child friendly at all. It is if you don't think too deep at all about anything, but like, man, like, it's I think I actually have it somewhere, which is, I'll see if I can like bring it up. Yoke. I highly recommend the DS one, because the major difference is that with the PC version of Spore, you can put anything anywhere. Like, you can put a body part here, you can put it here, like, you can, and its stats were based off of how many body parts that you would, like, fix onto something, right? And then you would immediately be killed anyways, once you got to the map, because for some reason it was PvP, or if it wasn't PvE, it just had, like, really strong enemies, and you would just, like, die immediately, and then respawn, and then have to, like, immediately do it. Or you were, like, mating, I guess, which, again, why was that allowed? But, no, it's, the DS one has a story. Like, you were, you basically go to these different islands, and you solve, you solve disputes between different species, and whoever loses, you eat them. And then you take their body part. And then from the winning species, you could also get a body part. And then the body parts are, like, aesthetically customizable to you, so, but also they change certain stats and abilities, like in Pokemon. Like, a body part would be like, you would take a body part and it would allow you to spit poison. And then there'll be something that's like, oh, here's a thing that's susceptible to, like, poison. You can't pass. Like, it's like they mixed Pokemon, but you made your own Pokemon. But also you were committing, like, wipeouts of species. And, again, I don't think that's very child-friendly. It's a really great premise. I don't know. I loved that game as a kid. I played that many times. Because the replayability is just with the species that you chose. Truly, it's no different. It's not like there's dialogue trees or anything, but it was like, oh, I went with the more friendly species on this part of the island, or I went with the more aggressive species on this island. Oh. You know, in that respect, it could be a nature documentary, I guess. Or it could just be, like, a really horrifying, like alien movie. But just through, like, high contrast colors. I'll have to think about that. But I haven't thought about that game in so long. But, again, highly recommend the DS Spore game if you can find it. It kind of glitches out, but you can definitely, like, mess with it. So, I mean, I got in trouble for playing a Plague Inc. on the family iPad as a kid. Ah! Yeah, no. I'll see if I can find, like, it's probably worth, like, dollars at this point. If you can find it. Because I think it was, like, it was not a popular game. I think someone gave it to me. As a, like, hey, here you go. You like this stuff. And I was like, yeah. I played it during dance, as a child in gymnastics. And that did not make me a lot of friends, let me tell you what. That was some weird stuff, because, man, I totally forgot about that. Wow. Highly recommend it, though. Sorry. Man. It's been forever since I thought about some of those games. Though, when I was talking about games originally, I was talking about maybe some more recent ones. Or some ones that I guess were just not Spore. Let's see. Age of Empires is a yes. I'll find one that works, and since you said you have no preference on the type, I'll use the one that I think looks the best. Or at least if I can have a custom person date everything. I have not played Date Everything game. I don't know if I don't know if I could play that game on Steam, because it's like a dating thing. And, you know, I don't want to trip up any censorship here. And, but I know a lot of people have been playing it. Hades 2 recently, if you like roguelikes. Oh, yes, I saw that come out. I also saw the sequel of Hollow Knight just came out too. And big fans. I love roguelikes, so thank you for the suggestion. I'm a big fan of roguelikes, especially ones with excellent art, beautiful music, and actual, like, plot and character interactions. Big fan of that. Hades one, really great job of that. Going Under, mwah, love that. I think that was Aggro Crab's first game. I played Going Under a lot, actually. I'd love to play that one too. RDR2. R2D2? Red Dead Redemption. Sorry. Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption. Thank you. Perfect. Oh, I have not. I think I played a very little amount of the game. I watched someone else play it, and it looks incredible. I really like the card game mechanics. I love in video games where they have, like, a game mechanic in it. Like, in Witcher, big fan of Gwent. Mwah, mwah. Love that game. lovely Gwen. I think when I was playing The Witcher last, I just focused on going to all of the Gwen stops possible. And then I did a little bit of the main questing. And then I got sent to this island, and I was like, I'm not done with the Gwent at the old island, but I couldn't move. So this is Witcher 3. So, excellent. Yes, these are great suggestions. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Don't want to forget the previous suggestions you made. Suspicious triangle. Overlord is really good. If y'all have never played it, Overlord is oh, you know what? Also was not child friendly at all. But it's really fun. I think it's more fun of a premise than well, hold on. You know what? Yeah. It's a lot more fantasy-esque, and it's less like existential than like you're the one who decides like a whole race of beings living or dying. Instead, in Overlord, you get the pleasure to play this ultimate peak evil Dark Lord who has been resuscitated. And you had this evil castle ruins. And you had all these cool things stolen, gone, destroyed. And your lovely companions were goblins. And so it's basically evil Pikmin. It's really good. It's basically your goblin horde against the world. And you can choose to be a good evil overlord or a bad evil overlord. The wife game mechanic is just terrible. Wife game? Wife? In Overlord. I don't know. The wife? Are you talking about the lady? You can have wives with stat boosts. What? You can have multiple wives? Are you joking? Hold up. Oh, are you talking about Overlord 2? Okay, hold up. I need to find out about this now. This is not a later thing. Or you have to choose. Choosing is lame. Let's see. Hold on. I have to know right now. Can you have multiple wives? Because in one, you get this evil woman who's like absolutely like evil stepmomming up this whole place. Can I marry multiple characters or one queen and the other? Hold up. Other concubines. Unicorn Overlord. Wrong game. Why is Unicorn Overlord popping up? That's not my boy. Beans. Well, I will, I'll have to check in on that. But, with that, I think we've hit 2 hours and 30 minutes. I love my armaments very much. I think this is beautiful work here. I will save this for next time, just because I am sick. I'm not gonna, be diabolical with this. I'm not gonna push myself. So, thank y'all so much for joining me today. I think I'm gonna call it here. I was able to test out a lot of fun things, learn a lot of things. I have my list of things to look up for next time. So feel free to come back in so I can pick back up where we left off. Especially that Overlord thing, being able to marry multiple ladies. That's pretty cool. They're really pretty. Yeah. But anyways, thank y'all so much. I know normally there's like an outro thing too. I haven't made one of those yet, so I can get to that. And I will take your game suggestions to heart. I will set up a poll and we'll just see what happens. I will probably like to get to all of them actually, because I would love to try new games as well as share things like games that I've played a billion times and very much love. And maybe give them some new life into their communities because I love them very much. So thank y'all so much again. I hope y'all have a good night, good morning, good evening, or a good day. And I think either it is Friday already or it's going to be Friday for you. So happy Friday, everyone. Or Good Friday. I don't know which one's preferable, but happy pre-weekend it is. So take care, everyone. Thank you so much, and I will see you next Thursday at the scheduled time. Goodbye.